I'm so glad you found your way to this space. This series is about the right of disposition, where we talk about what really happens when it comes to your final wishes and why it's so important to have your say even after you're gone. We talk a lot about self-advocacy while we're alive, but what about when we're not here to speak for ourselves? That's exactly what this series is about. Making sure your voice carries no matter what. Next up, North Dakota. This one has a few twists you need to know about. In North Dakota, the law outlines exactly who has the right and the duty to make decisions about your remains, meaning who decides what happens to your body after you pass away. This includes burial, cremation, and even memorialization. Let's break it down. If you've written instructions, that's top priority. Your wishes always come first. If you haven't, then the order goes like this. First in line is your surviving spouse, unless they're legally disqualified. For example, if they were involved in your death. Next, it goes to the majority of your adult children. Then, your surviving parent or parents. After that, adult siblings, adult grandchildren, grandparents, nieces or nephews, and then other relatives down the line. And if none of them are available or willing, a court or public authority can step in and make the final call. So just because someone is family doesn't automatically mean that they'll be the one in charge. It depends on where they fall in that legal order. Now, one question that comes up a lot is, how long does a family have to claim the body? And this is where North Dakota is a little unique. There's no specific law that says exactly how many days a family has to claim a body. The state doesn't give an exact time frame like some others do. What is clear is that no one can inter, cremate, or otherwise dispose of the body until a final disposition permit is issued. So technically, there's a built-in waiting period until all the paperwork is handled, but the law doesn't give a countdown clock. That makes documentation even more important. If you don't have your wishes written down, the decision could stall or worse, end up in the wrong hands. Now, let's talk about a real-life scenario that happens more often than people admit. Being estranged or no contact with your family. Maybe you've set boundaries, maybe you've walked away for your peace, and all of that is valid. But legally, those boundaries don't override the state's order of priority. Unless you've put your wishes in writing or legally appointed someone else, your estranged family could still be the ones in charge. That's the hard truth. So the message here is, document your wishes. It's the only way to guarantee that your voice, not someone else's, decides what happens. Another important topic that deserves mention, what about your chosen name or identity? North Dakota law doesn't specifically address whether chosen names are recognized if they weren't legally changed. That means if you want your chosen name used on your paperwork, programs, or memorials, it has to be written in your directive. So again, documentation equals protection. It ensures that the person you are and the name you live by are honored the way you want. All right, let's recap the big lessons from North Dakota. Number 1, there's a clear hierarchy: spouse, kids, parents, siblings, and so on. The state doesn't specify how long a family has to claim the body, but no disposition can happen without a final permit. Estranged or no contact family members might still have control unless you say otherwise. Your written instructions always take priority, and that's where your power lies. If you go by a chosen name, make sure it's written in your directive so it's respected after death. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you some clarity and maybe even a little motivation to start putting your own plans in writing. This is about protecting your legacy and making sure your story is told your way. If you found this video helpful, share it with your family, your friends, or anyone who needs to know their rights in North Dakota. And don't forget, this is part of my Right of Disposition state by state series. So make sure you check out other episodes to learn how laws shift from one state to the next. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more important conversations about life, death, and everything in between. Until next time, I'm Bella. And remember, it's your life, your legacy, your choice, even after you're gone.